All teed up, Logan Cook after the kick. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Out to the back. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Off the play action, it's Lawrence. He rolls to his right. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long. He had him, Brock. Throw was on target. Got to help your guy out early in the game, right?
Yeah, it's not on the quarterback. I think we can all see that was a catchable ball. But I've got a feeling he'll volunteer to take some of the blame anyway. That's just the way he's wired.
Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Stopped by Foye Oluokun.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Lawrence in the pistol. They just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Mitchell on the give, headed left. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Down by Caleb Ransom.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
This is completed downfield to Likely. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
The number's pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Darnell Savage with a pick. And the Jaguars take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And he'll make his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. The left side, caught by Higgins. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 38.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. That is caught, and it's Higgins again. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Let's go.
Tootin on first and 10. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be second down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. On the move, past the 40. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Let's go now.
First carry here for the Boston College rookie. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Brought in close to the 8. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. He fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Mitchell, running left. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming and pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter. We'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that. Turnover never happens.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
1 quarter away so far. It's the Jaguars setting the pace so far. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm And a nice little gain on top of it.
And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
They send a receiver in motion right. First down throw, Lawrence. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Jaguars, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
This is such the back and forth nature of this game that we all love. Defense is just infused with confidence. Back-to-back possessions, taking it away, and offensively, boy, you just feel like you're killing your team right now. Got to protect the football.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
and I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. All right, so defensively, you've seen 2 throws now. You return both of them away. It seems fairly likely you have another one coming up here on 3rd and goal.
It does, and I think defensively, now you've really got to protect against the QB extending the play. Right after a couple incompletions, Kate, you know as a quarterback, if it's not there right away, I better be creative to try to find 6.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
It's 2 yards away, so the offense going for it. It's 4th and goal.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal,
Throw right side, caught by Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars pull out in front further, 13-zip. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Little Tex on the extra point. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. On now is Cook to kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. And for somebody who's been kicked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. We're in a double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Throw here, 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. They could really use a good one here. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Tootin gets it from the gun. They'll bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
2nd down here to Tootin. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
It's a nickel set for the Ravens. Third down.
19 tight. Let's go.
They'll throw. Third and long. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down. Jacksonville in punt formation. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. Starts the return at the 34. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him.
Their own 36-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Lawrence working from the gun. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Complete beyond the marker. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down.
Here we go. Set. 19, 18.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. Lawrence throwing here. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That one goes for 31 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Let's go now. Travel up.
Now a give right side to Mitchell. These escapers ahead for about 4. It's 2nd down now.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get games like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Here's Mitchell again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Third down, Lawrence to throw. He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Likely's got it right side. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get their first points of this game just before halftime. Here's Tyler Luke now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's a return from the 7. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins.
Set. 6, track 60.
First down throw for Jackson. Escapes the pocket. And he has a massive gain in style, sliding in safely after a tremendous pickup. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense is set. First and 10. Now Jackson. Short pass brought in. And this one does not go far. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break.
Second and 9 at the Ravens' 22-yard line.
Here's the final play of our first half.
Here we go, set.
Throwing here just before halftime. He's just going to get rid of this one, so that is how our half will end. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Return starts at the 3. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just inside the 25. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. Running from the pistol, it's Tootin. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
This is running back. And this is brought to a stop at that, let's say, 34-yard line there. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Let's go now. Go.
Inside give here for Tootin. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Hey, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's dropped underneath. Tootin. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Third down, they need 7. Third and long, they're going to throw. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that first down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then. And the running back still doing it to this day.
No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
And that's incomplete. We've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? With third and 10 coming up, they felt comfortable going ahead and declining that penalty. Let's see what they went with on third down.
7 Pirates. Here we go, set. 60 Eagles. 18 Pirates.
They'll air it out on third. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down. The Jaguars into punt formation. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30.
At their own 27-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Mitchell up the middle. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Finds him over the middle. He'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback, you're about to get absolutely blasted. You've got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Cut out left. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be a Baltimore first. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Off the play action, it's Lawrence. Bails out of the pocket quick. Looking right, and he finds him. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's an excellent job getting completion.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Mitchell off the pistol give. Did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. We just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Lawrence in the pistol. Cut for big yards on the right side. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. They'll come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Gets it to him on the screen. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now trailed by just a point in the 4th. So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start after 35. The Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. Going to take this down to the opposing 44. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down. Hand off to Tootin. Still has some space inside the 35. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 4th quarter lead. Little able to connect on the point after. And the the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Cook to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Lawrence now off the play action. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Chased out to his right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, we're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it, that's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one count.
Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture, and one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6. Yeah. I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
Jackson looking to throw. Right side cut by Higgins. And this one doesn't go far.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Jackson now on 3rd. Dumped off to his running back. Ooh, and before he can find any yards, he finds that sideline instead. That's going to bring up 4th down. Cam Little now in a high-pressure spot. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. Little knocks it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late. It puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. And they pick him off again! Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Jaguars take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Well, that should pretty much shut down throwing his way anymore, Brock. This guy has ended each of their last 2 drives by himself with an interception.
And that's kind of the price you pay when you're playing phenomenal ball as a defender. I can remember Aaron Rodgers, primetime game, said, I'm not even throwing once. And did
across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars take a 3-possession lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Just content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. This is completed downfield to Likely. And a great play comes to an end. He's out of bounds just inside the red zone. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, he just took his medicine.
Looking slant route, complete. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. So they're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. On the give, it's Tootin. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 4 yards on that first down run, and you're 2nd and 6. Right side, caught by Thomas. Big play, pushes them beyond midfield. And he's finally marked down at the 46-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Jaguars have a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the ground, Tootin. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
Second and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jackson taking a shot deep here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And now they're going to face third down.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. You've got to find a completion right there.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere in football. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. They will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Lawrence working from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
Lawrence with it on first. That's completed right side. And This is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line.
36 yards.
Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards at the end.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with first and 10. That's low and bounces short of his man.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Lawrence trying to get on second. Oh, they're on it. He's dropped again. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down. Lawrence facing third and long. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. The extra point is up and through by a loop. And the Ravens cut the lead down to 10. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Jaguars recover the onside kick. That should all but clinch this victory for them. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the...
Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Little tax on the extra point. And the Jaguars take a 3-possession lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. This will end up as a touchback.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens heading up first and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. They send Wester right. Second and 10. Here's Lawrence. Catch made underneath by the back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Ravens.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. This one misses the tight end. And now it's second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Complete beyond the marker. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. That that does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott.